Hey, welcome back to Vikings Live from TCO Stadium. It's Paul Allen with, hey, Minnesota Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins. Kids, give it up right here. About set to do battle at 7 o'clock. What a fantastic facility. I mean, you've been here a year and change now, likewise for me, but TCO Performance Center is so beautiful.
It's one thing to have a great facility for us to go to work every day, but to truly make it a community place for people to gather, for high school football games to be played, not only is a great idea, but they really hit a home run with the way they did it. So it's a thrill. I love to come by and watch these high school games on Friday nights when they hold them.
Yeah, you have Eden Prairie High School and Shakopee this evening. That's Fox 9 Plus. And let's go back to the Holland Christian high school days when Kirk Cousins was playing high school football. I mean, it's professional and steely and business and wins and losses now. How much fun did you have playing high school football?
High school football is the most fun you'll ever have playing. I tell the kids at my youth camps in the summers, I say, if you're fortunate enough to go on and play in college or blessed to play in the pros, it never gets any more fun than Friday night under the lights with your buddies in high school. So those were the best of days, and I'm living a dream playing professionally, but there's nothing like high school football.
Well, speaking of that steely business part of the aspect, at noon Sunday, the Vikings take on the Oakland Raiders. Both teams are 1-1. You ready to tear it up this weekend?
Absolutely. Got to get back on track. You know, after a tough loss this past week, I'm excited to get back out there with my teammates and find a way to get a win at home against a good Raider team. So we got a good game plan, have had a good week of practice, and can't wait to get out there Sunday.
Now, wide receivers Adam Thielen and Stefon Diggs genuinely love playing with you. What do you love about Adam Thielen and Stefon Diggs?
Well, they're complete players, complete receivers. Many receivers have a trait that you use, but you also know they have deficiencies in other areas. Those two can block, they can run the deep route, they can catch the slant in a tight window. They're quick twitch. They're just a dream to play with. They're great teammates. They've given me a lot of grace this week for missing them a few times last weekend. So it's a joy to play with them, and I hope we can connect a lot this season for some great plays.
Well, you mentioned last weekend you had a rough game at Green Bay, and a couple of times publicly you've been very, very hard on yourself. Why?
Well, I think, first of all, it was due. I did miss some plays that I can't miss, and I think a quarterback needs to step up and take ownership, and quite frankly, I think we have 14 more opportunities in the regular season, hopefully more beyond that, and there will be chances up ahead here to make amends for this past weekend.
On my radio show on KFAN last year, you taught me the term quiet mind.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you, how does one play with a quiet mind?
Well, I think by having a really good week of preparation, really understanding your game plan, knowing what your coaches want to do, but then also knowing what your opposition wants to do, it helps you when you get to Sunday to just not be thinking, but just be reacting and to be playing instinctually and really turning what can be a very complex game into a very simple game. And the more you can simplify it and boil it down to the basics, the quieter your mind can be. I think the better as a quarterback I can play.
You have one rushing touchdown this year. It was a plunge. Any chance you get to 4 or more, Mr. Cousins?
I think we can get to 4. I'll talk to our offensive line coach who's putting together the run game plans each week and let him know that we need to get to 4 this year.
Well, speaking of rushing, Dalvin Cook, are you kidding me? I mean, number 1 in the NFL in rushing yards. And this running game not only is designed to help Kirk play with a quiet mind, but from a quarterback standpoint, I would imagine in the pros you've never seen anything like it.
I really haven't. I haven't played with a running back at the pro level with his ability. The home run that he can hit is special. He makes people miss. Even in the pass game, I threw him a little swing route last week, and he makes 4 guys miss and turns a 1-yard gain into about an 11 or 12-yard gain. So he's a joy to play with as well. We just have to keep finding opportunities to get him the football as defenses are going to inevitably load up to stop him. And the only problem with me scoring rushing touchdowns is he doesn't get to.
Yeah, right.
I want to see him score touchdowns.
Yeah, then you got the Boise State rookie with 17 at Boise State last year going, what about me? We've got Cousins getting 1. Dalvin's got a bunch,
Hopefully we have an embarrassment of riches at these skill positions because I wouldn't be complaining if you got plenty of people to spread the ball to.
Okay, I'm interested to know how you analyze Oakland's pass defense because it's giving up 341 yards per game. That's last in the NFL. They've given up a bunch of chunk plays through the first 2 games. Now, they just got done playing MVP Patrick Mahomes, so that happens. But going against this specific defense, running as well as you guys do, how do you analyze that?
Well, I think this early in the year with only 2 games as a sample size, the stats are going to lie to you. And you have to go back and watch the film. When you watch the tape, I thought they did a really good job against Denver, handled them, found a way to get a win. And then when you watch the game against the Chiefs, it was really the second quarter, late in the second quarter, when the Chiefs exploded. But outside of that, I felt like the Raiders' defense for 3 quarters really kept them in check. And so when you look at it, they had 1 bad quarter that statistically set them off the mark, but have really played strong defense for much of the season so far. And we see that as a great challenge for us.
Do you ever have to contain your level of excitement at the line of scrimmage? For instance, you've worked on something during the course of the week. You get up there, and with that quiet mind, you're thinking to yourself, oh, my heavens, this is exactly how it's supposed to be. Yeah. And then, but you don't want to look too jittery and excited and, like, let the defense know you're excited.
You never want to let a safety know that you're excited. You want him to stay right where he is, or a corner who's maybe misaligned. You want to keep him right where he is. So you try to play it cool. And make sure the defense doesn't do anything differently. And I just got to get the ball snaps, because once the ball's in my hand, then we can take advantage of it. So a lot of times I like to speed it up, get the ball snapped, and let's go.
You're awesome, man. Thank you very much. Hey, Shakopee High School, that's your quarterback, Kirk Cousins. Let's hear it right now. Vikings and Raiders coming up this Sunday at noon.